Today we're gonna start another class about our fundamental. We are talking about tempo in three ways, like three ways that we can use tempo. And there is a play that we can do, a vision that we can make, and base time. Because the vision and the base time are important to guarantee more tempo and more info about the game and understand enemy intentions. But the play is the only way to guarantee gold for you and for your team. Okay, and today we're gonna see how, and getting some ideas about how we can be creative in game and how we can make plans around our tempo. So today we're gonna just talk about the plays and check the plays, like four topics of our fundamentals about what we can do, okay, with our tempo. So sometimes we can gank, right? That is a really normal thing that we can do. And junglers probably will do more than laners, but this is not like impossible to do as a mid laner, as a support. Even an AD carry sometimes can gank too. We're gonna check some dive angle too, and how we make dive angle, what is important on dive, what mean dive someone, right? What he will lose after dive. Pressure, that is something that I felt on low level, people doesn't know how to do it and don't pay attention on how this is important for the game, to be honest. The pressure, make pressure on enemy, make enemy no vision and hitting his tower, for example. But on high level, people really love to do this and always use the chance and use the tempo to do this. And the setup, right? On our class about tempo on focus on vision, we talked a lot about setups, but on this time we're gonna see setups in a different way. About setups are Drakes and Herald and Grubs and Baron, and all those things are stats for us, and stats mean gold, right? So we need to understand how to get gold with the tempo, and setups also guarantee gold for us. And for example, the gank, we get a Q or at least spelling conditions, and when you get spelling conditions, you make your laner, for example bot, mid or top, to keep pushing, keep heavy tempo, keep playing aggressive, and this is really important for the game, okay? So this is really huge for the game and really important, because for example on competitive, a really basic gank that people did on the past, when Azir really on meta, people just pass on mid and make Azir use EQ from behind. So he use mana, he will spend mana and can't stay so long on the lane, can't punish enemy, lose prior, lose tempo, and even if okay I didn't get Azir flash, I didn't get I didn't kill Azir, right? This is important for the game, because this impacts the tempo on mid, and the tempo on mid will impact another details that we have on our team. We have the dive, and the idea about the dive is not just the getting a kill, right? But also deny a lot of CS and XP, because when you stack wave and you dive someone with this stack, probably this is the hardest way to play the game, right? And this is probably the most powerful thing that we can do on early game. We have the pressure, that is the way to get gold through the plates, right? Or finishing towers, like before the plates, just hitting towers is important to get the tower and get the gold. And the last one, but not less important, the setup, okay? So you're gonna get some stats from the Drake, from the Grubs too, that helps you, for example, to hit tower if you get Grubs, or Herald to get some tower faster. And to understand why this is important, I will recap my theory about tempo and how both teams should use tempo and what's the difference about them. Think about here that for up and for down is the tempo, okay? And now we're gonna see that G2 versus Fnatic, they are playing on before first tower. And for me, before first tower is the early game, okay? When some team, even G2 or Fnatic, get the first tower, for me start the mid game. Because now you have a lane for push, probably on side, bottom, top, and now you have more tempo to play. And this means for me mid game, okay? And on battle situation, that now after 25 minutes, right, or 20 minutes, we start the late game. But anyway, talking about tempo, we have G2 and Fnatic here on the example. And okay, Fnatic has a stronger level 1, so they will have tempo first. After G2 we'll have tempo 2. And my idea about tempo is that in the early game, both teams will have a small tempo. Sometimes you have stack, so you have more tempo, but usually enemy will always have tempo 2 to do something on early game, right? So both teams will have tempo, but what is important here to check about place? Here is important to check how you're gonna make gold through your tempo. So let's see that on the, for example, third tempo that Fnatic had, they got 1 kill and 300 gold. So now, even if G2 use this tempo for vision, this tempo for vision, and Fnatic use this tempo for vision, now Fnatic has 300 gold ahead. So this is important because if they keep using that, and for example now, okay, G2 got 1 kill here, but now Fnatic got more and more kills here, now they will have more tempo, right? They will have advantage, they will probably hitting towers, they will probably hit objective. So this will make the difference on item, and the difference on item make you live somewhere because, oh, this guy is so strong, so I need to live here because this guy have first core, that is the first item, and you don't have yet, so you need to live, right? So how you make the tempo on gold is huge for the game, okay? And just for finish my concept about tempo here, we need to understand that, okay, G2 is winning early game and they got first brick. Now they have more tempo, like they have a bigger tempo on map, on they can move on the jungle, move through mid and control better and make more vision, make more info. This doesn't mean that, okay, Fnatic can't play the game at all, not like this, but Fnatic will not have the same time to play the game. So this will keep happening, okay, G2, when they push side, they have more tempo. When they push side, they have more tempo. And on bottom situation, when for example G2 got a lot of towers and a lot of control on jungle, they will have a huge tempo. And this is why bottom situation is so hard, because you need to face check everywhere, right? And you have just a little time to do something, but they can control more.